CSS battle time. We have a printer. It's cool. Let's see. It's not pure white, so we can't rely on that. It's not black, so we can't use the defaults there. It's not pure black, at least, you know. And then these boxes look like they're the same left and right dimensions, but because of the stacking and it being in between this one with the border radius, I almost don't want to use, like, if this was, I almost want this to be the body, you know, and then this to be something above and that be something below, or be something that's just that height, you know. I don't have any really clever ideas off the top of my head. I think the first thing I want to do, though, is somehow type at the very beginning. I must be hitting some keyboard shortcut typing in background, because it happens every time. Just about. Alright. There we go. Let's go ahead and get the body kind of in place, and then once we see how everything fits together, maybe I can, you know, oh, I don't need, there we go. And then we can get things going. Let's use a border, 30 pixels solid, and for that, let's put in a border radius, and this seems small. I'm going to go with M for the moment, just in case I want to adjust it. Let's see how close we are with that. Margin it down into place, 50, 70. It's very confusing. What am I seeing? Am I too big on the border? I'm very big on the border. Okay, let's reduce that. 20 pixels? Does that look better? Alright, let's go smaller. 100. No, that ain't right. It was 90. Alright, what am I doing here? 25? $95, that's what it is. Interesting. 90 on the sides. The border radius is too much. Let's go to pixels. 30 pixels. That looks about right. Oh, okay, I gotta do 30, 30, 0, 0. Okay. Alright, we got that. Do we have that sized? Okay. It is 20 pixels. Okay, now it's sized. I was obviously getting very confused there. Alright, so we have that sized. Now, if we do a box shadow with this, like for this upper one, I bet if I reduce the radius, I could do 2 box shadows and I'd get this shape. But my thought is, I don't think that's actually a good way to go. Like negative 50 pixels, right? And then 0, and then negative 20 pixels, or 30, 40, something like that. And yeah, see, we're not even the right size yet. There, we got the left-right dimensions almost right. Yeah, by the time we do that, the vertical dimensions are so small. Yeah, it's just a little line. So no, box shadow is not the way to go. And I feel like just changing height on like a second paragraph tag would be easier than doing that. All right, so let's put in our paragraph tag and see what it looks like. Okay, throwing everything off as it does. Let's put in a margin of 0. And it's in there like so. Let's give it a height of 40. All right, so we're getting our expansion now. If we throw in a period here, I think things got worse. I'll have to do some margin tricks. Let's bring the sides in 40. Okay. Actually, let's leave it 0. I want to see what happens if we make 5. We still have the same border radius. Okay, and the border gets scaled down. I was just wondering if when we do the radius on box shadow, we lose the border radius. But I wanted to see if scale would do the same thing. It doesn't. So border radius. What I could do is move that up. No, I can't move that up to HTML because then it doesn't end up on the body where I need it. I don't know why that was silly of me to think that. I could isolate it on the body easier. But there's some things I want to isolate and some things I don't. All right. I think what I could do is go ahead and do the stacking. And instead of adding a whole nother tag to isolate things, do this the other way around. So what we're going to do, that's going to be messy, I think, with the margins. If I did the body as this bottom tag, this bottom thing here, and then put a border radius on a paragraph tag and give it like a specific selector, like an attribute selector, like B, and then we target it with B. Okay, so we're targeting it. Then the next paragraph tag. Anyway, I could target, plus P. Nest it and then target another paragraph tag like so. Okay, and it's overflowing. Let's go margin 0. Yeah. Let's go actually -50. Yeah, there's no border radius on it now. So we did isolate the border radius that way. But I'm going to be fighting margins for the rest of this, I think, if I do it this way. Mostly everything's in place. Everything's here, actually. I got to give the height. I could, if I put it there, yeah, I lose it there. So height would need to go into a generic paragraph tag. It's like I'm isolating things again, but it's a little bit easier, I guess. All right. Let's just go make our little paragraph tag and give it whatever height we need. Okay, I'm just looking at this, trying to decide how I want to orchestrate all this, because now I need to move the body up. This is gonna be a mess. All right, let's get rid of our paragraph tags, and let's position the body where we need it to be. All right, it's that square. So let's go 50, 150, 140. There we go. Ooh. Honestly, I can leave it like that. It's intriguing. It's fewer, less margin. Instead of margining it all up, why not leave then one of the paragraph tags, this one that we have, when we bring it in, okay, there it is. Our margin gets a lot easier right? And it's negative 80. I think I'm going to have to throw in a period to break the border collapse. There we go. And this needs to be like 2, and that's 70. And then bottom is like negative 20. No. I think what problem with bottom is we're getting overflow because of this. Okay, there we go. That kind of sucked things back up, but I need this to be negative 30, negative 20. Okay, it's not quite right yet, but we're close. I wonder if it's this height. There we go. And then let's bring this up. Nope, that's 20. This one, 60, 70. Okay. And, oh, I need to change its height now. That's the problem. Okay. So, I can't have the same height on both. I don't want to type in a second height. Obviously, that's the easier solution. But because of the fixed height, margin isn't going to fix this. All right, if we take height off of these, they all collapse down. Is this where we use an image tag? What happens if we change this to an image tag? Wow. Okay, they wonder. If we give it interesting. I don't know what's happening. It's right there. Okay. I'm getting overflow when that happens. That's what we're getting. So let's target the image tag. Give it a height. What happens if we give it padding? Okay. I think it can work with that. Oh, let's take this period off. I wonder if that's part of our, yeah, that's some of our issue. I don't think we get the same kind of collapse. I don't think this is going to help me much because I'm going to end up doing padding and height, so I think I'm running into the same issues. All right, let's just back this up. Back up to our paragraphs and think about this. I think I'm going to just throw on a second height and just have to think about it. Okay. So this one needs a height of like 50. And negative 50, negative 40, negative 45. Oops. All right, there we are. Let's hit submit. Let's just see if this is even going to work. 99.8. Okay, let's take that off. And then 20. Negative 60. Oh, okay. Well, shoot, I didn't need the period at all. There it is. Okay, so the period is throwing things off. All right, I don't like that I had to write height twice. But if I take this off, it collapses, right? looks weird. I don't fully understand what I'm seeing, why this line is going underneath one. Alright, but oh well, I'm gonna leave it. That's what I got for now. Let's see, use pixels here. Let's see if we can get something in the Q areas. Sometimes that works out. I think for border radius is one where we can sometimes get it. Yep, okay. And this is 5VW. I don't know if I should have done just because I had to do two different heights. So maybe I should have just done the body this way and then done the two different heights anyways. I don't know. Do some juggling. Oops. Let's minify and see what we end up at. Let's see. Some extra selectors here. Oh well. Is what it is. I only declared each color once though, so there's something for that. 170 characters. Yeah, that's not great. I think I got too fancy there. I should have just kept the body like it was. If I'd gotten rid of the height, might have had a chance, but no, this isn't good. Oh well. That was fun though. Hope you're having fun too, and I'll catch you later.